cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all. So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, banji, ratchet, whatever how you like to put it, classify it, but I like to say banji, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up. Right. Got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's created her own lane, Banji soul. So let us know what that...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We on? Trying to find it on the page here. I don't see it. Are we on? Yeah, I'm trying to find it on my page here on the Be Exposed page. Do you have it yet? Let me go out and come back in. See what we got. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. As the tunes start to flow. All right, I think we in business now. This was what I was looking for.
In business?
I think so. Let me check it out. Yes, let me invite now too. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Black Body Man Radio Show. I'm your host, Brother Mike. We just in here dealing with a few technical difficulties. I'm just trying to get some things straight here. But I want to welcome everybody to the show. Thanks for tuning in with us. I'm going to try to send out some invites right now. And of course, I'm your host, Brother Mike, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Janice McCaffity. How you doing, Miss Janice?
Good. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I'm doing very well.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Black Body Man Radio Show.
I'm sure.
So let's send out some invites, see if we can get some people interested in hanging out with us. So, Miss Janice, we did have Miss Samantha Dennis coming to sit in with us, but I think she's running into a little bit of traffic difficulties, parking and things like that. So hopefully she will be able to join in with us in a little bit.
Okay.
But before we even get into it, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
You doing good?
I'm doing excellent.
How was your weekend?
It was excellent.
It was a good weekend?
Yes.
Nice. That's what's up. Yeah, my weekend was not bad. It was uneventful, but sometimes that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I don't always need events.
Well, you just had a birthday week, right?
I did. I turned 45.
So your week should have been great.
My birthday really wasn't that spectacular. You know, it was pretty mundane, but I guess that's just how it is when you're 45. You know, it's just, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happened with me, though. You know, so it wasn't exciting. I was glad to make it, though. You know, I'm here, so you know, I'm here.
It wasn't exciting.
No, I did what old men do. I was home watching TV. Just like the old man that I am. So look, I'll tell you what I want to mention off the top of the show. Now this is directed to Harford County residents. So for the primaries in 2018, we have a brother that's running for state's attorney in Harford County. His name is Carlos Taylor. So I wanted to take a minute out to give a little recognition to Mr. Carlos Taylor. Now you can check Carlos Taylor out on Facebook at I think it's Carlos Taylor for State's Attorney. Check out his page, get a little insight of what he's interested in trying to bring to the Harford County State's Attorney's Office. I've met him a couple times, and I had some good conversations with him, and I'm really impressed with what he wants to do and the problems that he's noticed with Harford County. And more importantly, for those residents of Harford County, we're all pretty much familiar with the Harford County court system, which is not a fair court system at all. You know what I mean? It does not benefit us. They got very, very clear records of, really imposing heavy jail time on black people for crimes that really ain't up to par. And one of the things that I like that Carlos mentions is that Harford County State's Attorneys has had the same two head state's attorneys for a long time, and I believe it's Casserly and D. Brooks. So these are the people that's behind, locking up people, and even with people who ain't black, just giving you, time for things that you shouldn't be doing time for. So I like that he's coming forward and saying, listen, I'm going to run for a state's attorney, and he's a lawyer. So he wants to try to get somebody in there who could do better at representing us and kind of make things a little fairer. So if you're a resident in Harford County, I think it's imperative that we learn who Carlos Taylor is, and when the time comes next year that we get out there and vote for this man so we can get this man in office and he can make things better for us. Because again, if you're a resident of Harford County, especially if you're black, I know you've had dealings with the Harford County court system, whether it be your children or your cousin, your brother, somebody, and they actually do not treat us very well at all. So I was impressed with what he's trying to bring to the forefront. So I just wanted to give him a mention. That's Carlos Taylor for Harford County State's Attorney. Go to his page on Facebook, hit the like button. It's Carlos Taylor for State's Attorney. And take a read on what he's saying, because I think this is the guy we need to put a little bit more effort into and make sure that we give him the support, because I want the people of Harford County, the black people in particular, to understand if you are tired of us going to court up there in Bel Air and being dealt an injustice hand, this is how we change it. This is how we go about changing it. We got to help get someone in place who can now fight for us and be fair. So when your child does make that mistake, or your brother or whoever, they're not going to be looking at their whole life being taken away from them because they made a simple mistake.
And given that information, obviously it is time for change.
It's definitely time for change, and I'm going to do my best to try to educate everybody about Mr. Taylor. And we're going to support him. And I've already had conversations with him. He is going to be a guest on the Black Bonnet Man radio show in the future. So we're actually going to bring Mr. Carlos Taylor onto the show and let him explain exactly what he plans on bringing to the forefront. But I think it's imperative that we get together and try our best as a people to vote this man in. Of course, it's going to take more than just us. We need votes from everybody. But being that he is a brother and he's trying to get up in there, we definitely need to play our part and get out there and vote for him. Because when we get somebody in there that looks like us, it can increase the chances of us being treated fairly.
Remember, we were speaking about that not too long ago on one of the shows.
Right.
We was talking about getting our community, getting behind.
Yes. And
black leader and supporting them.
Right. Yes. We got to get behind them. So like as a resident of Harford County, I've never even seen a person of color step forward and say, I'm running for state's attorney for Harford County to bring some change, to deal with this opioid epidemic, the heroin and the drugs and, and the reputation that they putting on certain areas and preventing it from being on other areas, even though the other areas are actually worse, so you got areas like Edgewood that get like slaughtered, for Harford County and drugs and guns and violence. But yet the drug capital of Harford County is Bel Air and the Falston area. And they make sure they kind of keep that on the low. So, they're up there catching charges and going to court and getting slapped on the wrist. Right. And then you got people from Edgewood, Aberdeen, Havre de Grace, Joppatown, catching little petty charges and getting 10 years in prison. So we need change in there. So we have to infiltrate the good old boys club. We got to infiltrate it. And I think Carlos is our guy to do it. So again, everybody, if you get a chance, check out Carlos Taylor on Facebook. His page is Carlos Taylor for State's Attorney. And let's try to get behind this man and see if we can make some change in Harford County for the future of our children, for our people, so our people can get dealt a better hand.
We definitely need it.
That's right, because this is how you fight it. You know what I mean? You can get the best lawyer in the world, but when you're going up against the good old boys club in Harford County, they know how to make sure, like what's the lawyer going to do when the judge is in the pocket with the state's attorney? you don't stand a chance. You know what I mean? You don't stand a chance.
We have to start somewhere.
We got to start somewhere. I'm looking forward to having Carlos on the show. Carlos, if you're out there watching live today, man, I just want to tell you thank you for stepping forward and trying to represent for the people and get some more fair practices going on in Harford County. And we're going to support you, man. And hopefully I can convince my Black by Demand audience in the Harford County area to come out and support Carlos. And we're going to keep you updated as his campaign rolls along. And I just wanted to be known, you know, Brother Mike and the Black by Demand radio family, blackbydemand.com, and Black by Demand as a brand, we support Carlos Taylor for state's attorney in Harford County.
Yes.
You know, we need to make that happen. So I just wanted to put that out there. So like I said, we'll keep you updated on things. And when we get him in to actually sit down and talk with us, that's going to be great. He's already agreed to it. And we're going to see if we can start making some changes from the inside.
That would be wonderful.
Wouldn't that be great? Because,
Yes.
I mean, I know so many people being from Harford County that's been victimized of the Harford County court system. I've been victimized by the Harford County court system, you know. So this is how we fight back.
We definitely need this.
Yeah, this is how we fight back. Carlos Taylor, my man. All right, so let's go on and get on to the show. I'm going to send out a few invites here for people on my friends list. I hope you guys will join the discussion. The shows today is going to be something that we see as being pretty fun. If anybody caught the last show was on the law of attraction and seems to have gotten pretty good reviews. People were definitely interested in what we were talking about with the law of attraction. So we're going to play off that a little bit here. And what we're going to talk about today is something that I call life hacks.
Okay.
Right? You know, we all familiar with life hacks, right? But these are not your normal life hacks. So these are not the life hacks where, you know, someone says, well, you know, if you use lemon, you know, to get out a stain, you know, like, you know, those are life hacks too, right? But, you know, this is not that kind.
Okay, because when you say life hacks, that's what comes to my mind.
Right. The traditional type life hacks, right?
The old Coca-Cola.
Old Coca-Cola, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Make a grilled cheese with iron.
Yes.
You know, that type of stuff, right? So, yeah, it's not that type of life hack.
Okay.
No, these are psychological life hacks.
Okay.
You know, psychological tricks. So we're going to go over 15 life-changing psychology tricks that people can try just in your everyday life. So, you know, just some fun stuff. Things to consider as we move forward through our everyday life. So, yeah, so today's topic is going to be life hacks. 15 life-changing psychological tricks that we invite you all to try as we get into discussing them and learning about them. So stay with us. We're going to take our first commercial break. This is the Black by Demand radio show, sponsored by blackbydemand.com. I'm your host, Brother Mike. We're here with the lovely Miss Janice McCaffity. We'll be back after the commercial break.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No. The fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on
Check out
Be
this
Exposed
snippet
Radio.
from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, you know, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook.
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called
rough.
me a coon, but it's
coon?
like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. You know, if you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, you know, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You got to say it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
now we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, you know, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. You know her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey.
Yeah,
I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though, you know, like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What we got. All right, we back. Welcome back, everybody, to the Black Body Man Radio Show. And as you can see, we've grown since the commercial break. Okay, so we want to welcome Miss Samantha Dennis.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the Black Body Man Radio Show, Miss Dennis.
Thanks for having me.
I see you was a little caught up in traffic.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made it, though. We're glad you made it. Glad you made it. So, for those who are not familiar with Miss Dennis, just to give you a little backdrop on her, Miss Dennis is the model for the Black Body Man T-shirts. Can y'all see that? Okay, so if you go on the webpage, you will see that she's the model that's wearing the T-shirts as well as the postcards for Black Body Man.
Yeah.
And as well as on blackbodyman.com, if you go to buy a T-shirt, then it's your picture that they see first. So she's on Team BBD, all right? Where my bell at? Where my bell at? Did they take my bell from me? All right.
Oh, I get a bell for that.
Yeah, you get a bell for that. All right, so welcome, Miss Dennis. Appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
Representing for BBD, you know. So we got Team BBD in the building today. That's what's up.
Team BBD.
Team BBD. So before you came, I was actually telling them a little bit about Carlos Taylor, who's running for state's attorney in Harford County. I don't know if you're familiar with him. But if you get a chance, check out his webpage. It's Carlos Taylor for state's attorney. He's a brother, and he's trying to run for state's attorney. He's a lawyer by trade, and he's trying to bring a difference to Harford County. And, you know, with us being from Harford County, everybody knows somebody who was victimized by the Harford County court system and the state's attorneys who have no focus other than putting, you know, minorities in jail. So I had mentioned him at the top of the page, and he is going to be on a future show. So we're actually going to bring Mr. Taylor on and speak with him and let him go ahead and tell us more about his plans of becoming state's attorney. I'm excited about it because I've been in Harford County my whole life. I've never seen a black person run for state's attorney. And it's such an important position because we get victimized by the Harford County court systems. I've been victimized by it. My brother, my cousin, my uncles, you know what I mean? My homeboys, everybody, right? Nobody gets a fair shake when they go in that court system. And it's because of the state's attorneys that are in charge, which happens to be Casserly and D. Brooks. And they've been the state's attorneys there for like 30 years. So Harford County's got a whole history of hanging them high. Hang you real high. So that's what we talked about at the top. But now we're going to get into the actual show. So with today's show, we're calling it Life Hacks. Life Hacks, right? Hacks. So it's 15 life-changing psychological tricks that we can try. So these are not your normal life hacks. These are psychology life hacks. Dun, dun, dun. Things you can use in your everyday life and see, if they actually work.
Everything always have to be psychology.
Yeah,
always have to be messing with the mind.
You would think I had a degree in psychology, right? I really do like psychology, mainly because I like leverage.
I must say you like the
edge
it gives you.
Yeah, I like the leverage. I like to know what people don't know. Not because it's a secret, but just because people don't take an interest in it, and I do. You know what I mean? The information is readily available. So I figure, people should have a little fun with, learning these little tricks and applying them and see if they work. You know what I mean? And see if you can incorporate it into your everyday life and kind of, from what I've been seeing with it, like, these things can like tighten your poker face up. You understand what I mean? Like it's going to kind of teach you how to have that mental poker face. One of them type deals. So I'm going to send out a few more invites here, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. But Miss Dennis, let me ask you, how was your weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
Yeah, you have a good weekend? Or?
I worked this weekend.
That's a good weekend.
I was
working
all
money.
Weekend.
You made that paper.
Hard.
That's a good weekend. That's a good weekend.
I guess. I like the paychecks. I just don't like going to work.
Well, see, that's why they pay you the big bucks.
Yeah, no, they pay me enough.
Pay you the big bucks. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so off the top it says our understanding of cognitive science and psychology steadily advances. We learn amazing new information that isn't only fascinating in its own right, but also capable of influencing our success and our happiness. So this is playing off the laws of attraction. Since the last show was on the laws of attraction. This is actually from lawofattraction.com, so I found it to be interesting.
Okay.
So the first one is how to get more information. So this is what it says. To get more information, it says, if you've asked someone a question but only received a partial reply, give them a few seconds. If they stay silent, hold the eye contact. The other person will usually start talking again. This technique helps you avoid social awkwardness and helps you to get the information that you need from the person.
Clearly, that don't work with me.
That don't work. Okay, that don't work with her.
Clearly.
That don't work with her. So
clearly, that does not work with me.
I'm going to read it again, right? To get more information out of people. It says, stay silent after you ask them a question and just hold the eye contact. And normally this will force them to want to say more because that awkwardness that is set in place.
That's super awkward to just sit there and be like.
Right.
And wait for it. And then it's like.
So you're forcing them because you're showing you're not going to break the awkwardness. You're going to let it be awkward.
Okay.
You're just going to sit there and look at them, and that's kind of going to make them like, yeah, so maybe we can. You get what I mean?
Right.
Y'all, what do you think about that technique?
I personally wouldn't use it because that's just too awkward for me.
You wouldn't use that one?
No, that's awkward.
I wouldn't use it either.
It's not a technique that I have used.
Right.
But I've seen it before.
I've seen it before.
Right.
It happens a lot, but I guess it may work for some folks, and then some folks.
I've seen it in job interviews, right?
Now, it should
definitely
work on a job.
Right,
interview.
you hire people, so that might be a technique that you can use. You understand what I mean? Next time you sitting down interviewing somebody, if you feel like they're being deceptive and only giving you partial answers,
well,
you can hit them with that look.
I've done that several times, and it's happened, and they still sit there. So I kind of just walk them through it.
See how I'm giving you that look? Is it awkward?
I didn't even see the look. I'm sorry, but
that's a way to get yourself in trouble.
I didn't even see the look. So
okay, so the engineer said we got another break. All right, so that's the first one. Get information.
Okay.
Let's take our other break. Then we'll get into the second. Black Body Man Radio Show. We'll be back. So it wasn't working.
No.
Now I'm
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I'd probably be like, what the fuck are you looking at, yo?
Not if it's business. Not if it's business.
Not if it's business.
No.
Welcome back to the Black Body Man Radio Show, everybody. I am your host, Brother Mike. Today's topic is life hacks, but these are psychological life hacks. 15 psychology tricks that you can try in your everyday life to see if it can help you have success in the things that you are trying to achieve. So the first one was get more information. So what get more information is basically about holding eye contact and then force another person to give you further information. But you ladies say you don't think that technique would work.
I think it will work on certain people.
On certain people, but not everybody. Okay.
Not everybody.
Okay. Okay.
But,
Okay. I'll take that. So, so for number one, to get more information, it's mixed reviews. It's mixed reviews. The jury's still out on the first one.
You might get two people in a eye contest.
Right.
Staring
each other down. Contest,
Okay.
right? Okay. So let's move on to number two. So number two is to help you feel more confident, right?
Okay.
So it says you may be surprised by the effectiveness of adopting the power stance, which is standing with your legs apart and your arms spread out so that it covers as much space as possible. If you do this for just 2 minutes, you flood your body with testosterone and will instantly feel more self-assured.
I believe that.
You believe that?
Because I know that from like body image and your body language that you put out,
right?
If you're small, then you don't feel too confident about yourself. But if you make yourself big and you stand out, then it gives you like a boost.
Yeah, you know, like when I read that, it made me think about what they tell you, like if an animal attacks you, like if a bear goes to attack you, and they tell you, you know, like spread yourself out, you know what I mean, make yourself appear to be more bigger. So this is actually saying it on a scientific level that it actually floods your body with more testosterone. You know, so it ain't even just an appearance. You actually feeling more confident through this technique.
I wonder if anybody ever tried it.
I'm going to assume that people have done these techniques, you know what I mean, to kind of, you know, give the... I'm
talking about like one of the viewers or something like that. Somebody that can call in and tell us about it.
And speaking of calling in, let's go and put that out there for the audience. You guys can call in, participate in the show with us. 410-702-5657. That's 410-702-5657. Call into the Black by the Man radio show. Let us know if you think some of these techniques will work, if you agree with it, if you've seen it happen, if you've used it. You know, just give us a little insight. So, Ms. Janice, so with that second one, do you believe that, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Scientifically or chemically in the body, that producing that stance could now flood you with testosterone?
Yes, I definitely believe that.
Now, I can see that with dudes, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know how that would work with a woman. Right, yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm about to do this.
Like, does that flood your testosterone? Like, I know where my testosterone comes from, right? Yeah. So I can see why a dude would feel that way, you know, but what about a woman?
It makes you feel a whole lot more confident.
You think so?
Yes. You definitely feel like, especially if you're facing a hard task, maybe something at work or something, I don't know, going on in your personal life, anything.
So you're going to make yourself appear to be bigger.
I just can't see a woman like standing up by herself and being like, I'm about to do this. Like, I'm about to knock it out.
They do it all the time.
I can't see a woman like, you know, looking in the mirror and be like, make yourself big.
Right. Like, where do you go do it at? You know what I mean? Like,
they might not like stick their chest out like, but they do in their mind be like, I'm about to do this.
So maybe you dip into the bathroom before you go to the meeting and spread yourself out like, let me flood myself with testosterone.
I'm definitely going in here and getting this promotion today.
Right,
I'm definitely coming out with it.
So they say it builds
that's no doubt.
It makes you feel confident immediately.
Yes.
Like immediately. Okay.
Immediately.
So let's do number 3. Here's another good one. I like this one, right? So this one is to tell if someone is watching you. Right, so the way that I received this was like, especially like with the opposite sex. Mm-hmm. So like in a case, I guess if you somewhere, you know, and you feel like there's people in the room that's checking you out, watching you, somebody got their eye on you, right? So that's what this one deals with, right? So it says, wondering if someone attractive is checking you out or worrying that someone may be nosy about whatever you're doing. Simply check your watch and see what the person does. Mm-hmm. If they're actually watching you, they'll usually automatically look at their own watch as well.
Okay.
That's interesting. So they're saying their focus on you will be so high that they will mock what you're doing. Now, what I thought about when I read that was like when people yawn. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? Like one person to yawn, it triggers other people. So I think that's what they're getting at with this, you know, because they'll be so focused on you. So like as ladies, you know, I'm sure y'all have been in situations where you got dudes in there, you know, that you might think is checking you out. Maybe that's a technique you could apply.
Okay, maybe, yeah, because maybe that one will work better than, because sometimes you just turn around and just look and see, and, you know, of course people turn their head real fast.
Right.
You know, they just turn around real fast. But normally if you know, don't want the person to know you were staring, I mean, somebody turn around and look at you, or whatever, you see them look, you can just say, hey, how you doing? Like, and then go on about your business. Like, you don't have to turn away real quick, because that's like the obvious sign of that.
So do you think it'll work?
I think so.
I'm definitely
I definitely think so.
Yeah, I mean, now it's a little, I'm a dude, so, you know, like I ain't got chicks checking me out the way women have men checking them out. So y'all probably get an opportunity to do it before I do, but I'm going to try that.
It's like I gotta watch and find out.
I do definitely think. I definitely believe if you check that watch, then that'll be funny, because you might have 4 people checking their watch.
Right. Mm-hmm. Everybody looking.
Right.
Now that would be interesting, because that would mean you had 4 people.
That would definitely.
That's a good day.
That's a good day, right? 4 people focused on you. That's
you don't got to do nothing to make yourself feel big, because you already gonna be feeling yourself.
Yeah, you're already gonna be feeling it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna go with that one. So we think that one might have some merit to it. All right.
Oh my goodness, that'll be so funny. What if the whole room checks their watch? Wow.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use it, because I definitely feel when people are watching me when I'm at certain places.
You definitely have to try that one out.
So I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep Shorty in my peripheral. You know?
And just go like this.
And just check the watch. And just let's see how many people are looking at the time. Wow.
As soon as she check it, I'm gonna be like, got it.
Got it.
Got it. All right, so number 4 is to reduce aggression. So this ought to be interesting. Okay, it says if you suspect that a family member or a colleague is going to give you a hard time at dinner or a meeting, ooh, this is interesting. Deliberately choose the seat directly next to them. They feel much less comfortable with the ideal of being hostile if you're so close to them. And the event will go much more smoothly for you. Now that's
I
deep.
believe that.
Yeah.
I totally believe that.
Right.
Because if I don't feel somebody and I'm looking at them, like, I'm just getting irritated just looking at them. Right.
And
but
I
if
think,
they're sitting right next to you, it's like,
and on a logical level, you in arm's reach. Like you can mess around and say something slick while you sit beside me if you want. You know, like that's how your mama backhanded you back in the day. You was too close.
Not only that, they sit next to you, all their positive energy is flowing on you. So it's kind of hard to be like aggressive or negative when you have all of this coming in your direction.
Right. Yeah, so that one definitely makes sense. I will be trying that as well. Because they're saying even if you are anticipating, you know, so say like a meeting at work, are you thinking, okay, Debbie's going to be at this meeting, and I know this chick is going to try to pop something slick.
So I'm
while
going to sit right
I'm
next
going
to
to sit
her.
right beside her.
And
I'm going
she
to
gonna
sit right
feel it.
beside her, and you're going to have to be that bold to say that while I'm right here.
Right next to you.
That is interesting. That's interesting.
I'm always going to sit next to my manager now in the meetings.
So my man Derek Woodson, what's going on, Derek? Derek will be back on the show in the future. Appreciate you commenting in and sitting in with us, brother. So Derek says, yeah, to divert the eye contact. I guess when you're sitting right next beside somebody. Because, yeah, when I think about that, that would be difficult. You know what I mean? It's something about having somebody across from you that makes you feel like that's a battle zone. You get what I'm saying?
Going head to head.
Right. Like if you go to court, they put you on the stand. The state's attorney comes stand right in front of you. Yeah, you. You know what I'm saying? You did this, you did that. Like she's not standing beside you or he, right?
That was a good point, Dirk said.
Yeah.
Eye contact, that's definitely.
So that does make it different because it's kind of hard to like be with somebody like this. Like whatever, you know, like
you gotta turn and
change. Yeah.
That's too much.
So I guess that could reduce aggression. So there's a psychological hack to snatch somebody's aggression from them. That's some mind power right there. It's one of them Jedi mind tricks right there. I like that.
Learn something new every day.
Learn something new every day. Welcome to the Black Dot Man Radio Show. See, we be trying to teach it here, man. We trying to share.
Definitely welcome to the Black Dot Man
Welcome
Show.
to BBD.
Definitely gonna get that
I need
here.
to get Belle Biv DeVoe on here.
Oh man.
Be like they BBD, we BBD. You know, that's how we get down. All right, so let's do number 5 here. Oh, this one's good too. Now, I'm definitely going to use this one. So this one is to judge the closeness in a group. So if you're amongst a group of people, right, the way you can judge the closeness of the group, it says when you want to learn about relationships and alliances in a group of colleagues or even family members or friends, any type of setting, right, be observant when everyone starts laughing together. Whoever a person first looks at is typically the person that they feel closest to. By noticing who you want to look at when you're laughing, you can also learn more about who you really like the best. So not only can you tell who likes you, but you figure out who you really like. That kind of makes sense because if everybody starts laughing, people do kind of pick who they direct their laughter towards. So they saying that the person that looks at you when everybody starts laughing, that's probably the closest person to you in there. That's the person who likes you the most. Ooh.
that definitely makes sense.
Right?
But it's going to make you be more aware now. You're going to start paying
It
attention
is.
when
It is.
everybody's laughing.
Oh, so you like so-and-so better than me.
Right. Like I'm on here ruining stuff, right? I'm on my Andy ruins everything type shit. You know, that's deep. I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah.
That's certainly something to pay attention
That
to.
is deep because you do know that, like, if it's somebody that you got, little discrepancies with or whatever, like you know that they not looking at you. And matter of fact, I've been in situations where I've used that to know that person must not be feeling a certain way towards me no more because they was laughing with me and looking at me. So I guess we kind of used that before without even really knowing.
Yeah, I think we did.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because you be in a group setting and it's like somebody that you know y'all might not be on the up and up. but then that person is laughing and they looking at you, you know, or something else is going on and they tapping you, and then you thinking like, okay, so I guess they ain't feeling a certain way towards me anymore. Okay, so yeah, all right, I think it's some truth in that one. I'm definitely gonna peep that.
So what happens if there's a person in the group that's not, you know, laughing at all then?
Well, that person probably don't like nobody in that group. I don't think that person likes anybody in that group. Like, why am I even here, right? That's funny.
Like, okay, now.
Yeah. So we got to try that.
You can pay attention to that now, too.
I'm going to pay attention to that, and I'm going to pay attention to who I look at when I start laughing in a group setting. Because they're saying you're going to learn about yourself, too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to find out who you feel comfortable with without you ever really even giving serious thought to that. Interesting.
Yeah, I'll definitely pay attention to that.
Okay, that's what's up. So again, the phone lines are open, everybody. If you want to call in and join in our little fun discussion today, 410-702-5657, or you can text in and talk with us. So we'll move on here. So that was what, number 5? Okay, let's just check out number 6. Number 6 is to make more people like you more. So this is to get people to like you more, right? Right? Okay. It says, interestingly, asking people to do favors for you makes them more likely to like you more than merely offering to do favors for them.
What?
Wow.
That's why everybody likes me.
So it says, that doesn't seem very logical, right? But it says the theory of asking someone for a favor indicates that you trust and value them.
Okay.
Right? And they become warm to your response because you made them feel good by making them feel that you viewed them as being dependable.
Right.
I so believe this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything about this, but that's all I ever ask a lot of folks at work. Like, I just be like, look, I need you to do me a favor. Can you do me a favor, please? Can you do me a favor, please?
Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Okay, so that's definitely like empowering them. You know what I mean?
And they
them
love
feel.
me.
Yeah, well there you go. All right, so we got proof of that one. That was a winner. That was a winner.
Gosh.
We got someone that says they use it. That one is a winner. So yeah, asking people to do favors for you makes them. Now that was new to me.
But I think that there's a fine line because you can ask somebody for favors and not be appreciative. So when I, run my ship on the weekends, I ask for favors, but I make sure to say, Robin, I appreciate the hell out you. Thank you for, I appreciate everybody's hard work. Before I leave out, I make sure I let everybody know, y'all worked hard as hell this weekend. Thank you very much,
right.
I appreciate it, and we're going to rock this out tomorrow, and,
Okay, all right.
So you can
show
ask for
them
favors.
That gratitude,
you
right?
can ask for favors,
Definitely.
But it's not all how you come.
Okay. So I definitely see how that empowers people.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
I love that one.
I did not know about that one. That one is definitely new to me. I like it though.
When you first said it, I was like asking for
favors. Because my experience through my life with favors is like, you know what I mean? Somebody like, yo, can you do me a favor?
I'm trying to think.
Like, I don't know, man. What is the favor? Depends, bro. Like, I'm not taking you to court tomorrow.
Before I say yes, what is?
Right. What is the favor? What is it?
I don't know. I must have learned this a long time ago in one of the coaching classes or something that I've taken with the favors because I used it forever and it works.
It works.
It definitely works.
Yeah. See, I don't have a lot of experience with it because I don't ask people for no favors. Because I don't know. I guess it's from my upbringing, but like the people that I've been surrounded by in my life through my upbringing, when you ask them for favors, they hold that shit over your head for the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes me not ask people for favors. Because I'm not trying to hear later on like, man, remember I gave you a ride to the store 3 years ago, and it's like, dog, like, come on, bro.
A lot of times, and some of the times you can do it the way Samantha said it. You can show up a week later, give movie tickets. Like his movie tickets for the favor last week. Thank you.
We got a caller, yo.
They won't be expecting nothing.
So we got a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Caller, are you there?
Caller, you are on the Brother Mike, Black Body Man radio show. Did we lose him? Okay, yeah, we lost him. Caller, if you're out there, call back, man. We want to talk with you.
Call back.
I'm with you on that, Miss Janice. Like, that's what's up. I'm glad to know that because, like I said, my impression I don't ask people for favors because, like, you know, I guess I just ain't been around the right people when it comes to favors. Because a favor to me, you know, I'm like, nah, see, because that dude, he gonna try to hold that on me for, man, remember I used to give you a ride to work, you know what I mean? You can't loan me $1,000. I used to take you to work every day. So, but yeah, I'll have to try that out, though.
You can hold it against you, or you're better off just doing it yourself. And
that's always been my motto, right? You know, because, you know, people
drop the ball.
Yeah, people like to stake claim to your success off of that one favor.
It just shows.
One for me, she would have never made it to that interview.
Yeah, but it just shows like a personal trust. Like the person might think like, oh, she asking me for sure. Like, what is it?
And I think that's how it should be. So this does make absolute sense. Yeah.
Instead of asking for favors, like they said, instead of saying like,
right.
Yeah.
Take the favor as empowerment, not as like leverage that you got, you know, leverage on somebody. Okay, well, we up on another commercial break. We'll be back after this break. Black Body Man Radio. We talking life hacks, people. See you on after the break. Yeah, that's.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and